All right, shalom everyone. Peace for those who love peace, and no peace for the wicked, the Lord said. This is a topic we were trying to cover yesterday, but we could not because I lost my power, as you remember. So today we continue with our topic, and actually today I'm going to use my phone to go in TikTok. Let us hope it's going to be fine experience. Yesterday, after I lost my power, I have only power in my phone, and I was using my data, but then even the data did not work. So let us see. We will go live in TikTok. All right. So we are live there. If there is any Muslim would like to join us, please feel free. We will be happy to have you. So the topic is, as you see, there is no other religion in the world give dignity to women as Islam. Now we know that this is absolutely not true. Uh, like yesterday when I went live, I was talking to Abdul. He said that Muslim women do not need to put money in their house, which is very funny. I mean, so Arab before Islam, women don't need to put money in the house anyway. So what is the right there? I mean, this is something new. In fact, Arab men, it doesn't matter what religion, if the women she put money in the house, it's an insult for him. But in the case of Muhammad, we knew that Muhammad was making living from his wife, rich wife, Khadija. He married a woman at the age of his mother, and actually even his marriage was done by deception. Khadija and the father, Khadija and Muhammad, they made the father of Khadija drunk, and by doing that, they took off his clothing. In the morning, they convinced him that he married Khadija to Muhammad. The guy, he said, why I'm wearing those clothes, the new clothes? Because, like as everywhere, there's occasion clothes and there's clothes for every day. So he was wearing the most expensive clothing he have. So he was asking why I'm wearing those clothes. Imagine how wicked Muhammad and Khadija is. They took the clothes off. They use a drug. They use drugs. It's literally it's alcohol, and to drug the man, make him believe that he married her to Muhammad. So even the start of Muhammad life was by abuse and by deception and using alcohol. All right, it was alcohol who made Muhammad a prophet, if not the money of Khadija in the beginning to push him to be like someone important between in the society. Muhammad, he will go nowhere. So now, until we get some Muslims uh, would like to join us. Let us see if we have any. Um, okay, we have. Only if you are a Muslim, please put your hand up. Don't put your hand up if you're not a Muslim. All right. Only if you are a Muslim. Until now, I don't see any Muslim. All right. So if we go and see what Google says to us, look how Google is always, as usual. Google is a software. It's political correct, motivated. So I search here. What is women right in Islam according to Islam? And this is the answer of Google. Now we can put all of this into test, and we will find that all of this is nothing but a lie. However, I prefer if we have a Muslim to prove me wrong. Islamic grant women comprehensive spiritual. Islam is not a spiritual religion to believe in spirituality anyway. You see, they deceive you and they say Islam is a spiritual. If Allah himself is not a spirit, how Islam can be spiritual? If the God himself is not a spirit. Allah himself is a concrete God called as-Samad, which is a hollow, empty from inside, made of brick material, clay, dried clay. As-Samad. That's why the Quran says, قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد. There's idols. One his name is Ahad and one his name is As-Samad. So Allah is a unite. This is why the Muslim believe in Tawheed, because what the Muslim believe, that there's one God, but this God was not one. They will say to you, no, it's one, it's always was one. Then how you say Tawheed? Same time, it says it clearly, قل هو الله أحد. Ahad is not one. Ahad is one of. The Arabic is so clear. You cannot, like when you say Ahada Ashar, which means one of 11. If you type the word Ahad in the Quran, you will find that Ahad always come as one of. I can do it in front of you. Ahad. Actually, I can copy the word you see in the screen. I will show it to you. Even though this is not our topic, the topic is about women. But just to show you how they lie. So, قل هو الله أحد. They translate that the one. Where it says the one. Big fat liars. قل هو الله أحد. أحد is one of, not one, and never was one. So if I just copy the word, I will paste it in front of you in the search engine. وما يعلمان من أحد. They teach none but one of, none of. It have to be one of many. If Allah is one, cannot be. You cannot use the word أحد. ولا نفرق بين أحد. We don't differentiate between anyone. So what أحد mean? One of. It have to be many. But this is not our topic now. Our topic is women rights. So we go back. We go back to Google who copy from the internet what Muslim says. Spiritual status, that's a lie, because Muslims don't believe in a spirit, and the religion of Islam is not a spiritual. It is a ritual, have nothing to do with spirituality. So when the Muslim they pray, they are not praying to spirit. Allah is not a spirit. You can go right now and ask in Google, is Allah is a spirit? You will find the answer, no. Allah is not a spirit. So there's no spirituality in Islam. It's a big fat lie when they say spirituality. The same as the Hindus. You know, the Hindus, the Sadhguru, he says to you, there's nothing that's called a spirit. Yet he claimed that he is teaching you spirituality. You see the contradiction? It's the same garbage. You cannot claim to teach a spirituality when you don't believe in a spirit. So let's see how this works. I'm trying to find out how the comment here work in this. Not sure. I see people getting in, but I don't see comment. How we can see the comment, I have no idea. Let us see here. What is this? I'm not sure really. Anyway. We will wait for any Muslim to join us. So as you see here, identity and property. Women retain their own name after marriage and have their exclusive right to own, inherit, buy and sell. But all those things as exist before Islam, nothing changed. All of those things, and the proof of that easy. Muhammad was working for Khadija. According to Muslim, Khadija was a Christian woman. Khadija was one of the most rich women in Quraysh. And Muhammad, and she have employee, and Muhammad was one of her employees. So as you see, before Islam, Khadija was a boss. She had money. She inherited 2 husbands before, because she was, Muhammad is number 3 husband. You know, she is a very hot woman. She cannot stay without men. I don't blame her. You know, she's very hot. You know, she used to use her tongue for ironing clothing, according to some stories. So uh, to manage their property, earning without interference from the husband or male. That's a lie, by the way, because if the man don't allow her to go out of the house, how she can do anything? Because the one who allowed the women to go out or to get in is the husband. The women, she have no right to leave the house. She have no right to travel. She cannot speak to a stranger. So how she can manage all those things? So before Islam, Khadija, she used to meet men the same as she meet Muhammad every day. She command men the same she command Muhammad every day. Muhammad was the pizza boy. Go and buy me pizza. If he do wrong, she'll shout at him. So here they lie to you, saying that they have the right. No, they don't have the right, because a Muslim woman, she cannot do anything in her life without the permission of the husband. And I will show you that we don't make things up, you know. We did not even go deep yet into Islam. All right. I use the same Google. All right. The same Google, but in Arabic. Look what happened. Miraculously, everything changed. Christian Prince, he just said to you, women, she can't even leave her house without her husband permission. Did the Christian Prince lie? According to Islamic law, wife is not permitted to leave the home, the marriage home, except with her husband permission, knowledge, and consent. Leaving without permission, without legitimate excuse, is considered forbidden, and the wife classified as disobedient. So how she can manage all those things if the husband is in control? Hello, husband. Can I talk to this guy because he want to rent my property? No. So we have the English version of Islamic identity and property. Women retain their own names after marriage and have exclusive right to own, inherit, buy, and sell, yet they cannot open the door without the husband permission. And what is really how she can open the door? Like going to hospital for inner emergency. I'm not joking. Lord have mercy. This is their Islamic website. Let me translate the whole page for you. Maybe because you will say, oh, this guy is lying, brother. Hello? Get a breath. First of all, you are a liar. The women, they can leave the house very often. How often? An example. If they need to see me, I'm Dr. Zakir Naik. Oh, okay, Zakir Naik. You are a doctor, huh? So if she want to see you, get a breath. You are very dirty. I said for emergency. Emergency, like she is dying. Exactly. So the women right is beyond imagination. But she cannot leave the house without permission of His Majesty because He owns you. The basic principle that women does not have the right to open the door of the house. And then they say to us, guys, if you are in TikTok, if you like to see what we are showing in the screen, you can go to YouTube, all right? Sorry, I'm using the phone this time for the first time. All right. Tunisia, are you a Christian, Tunisia, or a Muslim? Let us see. Go ahead.
I'm not Muslim.
All right.
KCP.
All right.
Conversation with Abdullah, one of a Muslim, my friend.
All right.
He asked me to whom Jesus, Yeshua HaMashiach, pray to. I say it is Elohim, the name of Jewish God.
Hmm.
So what is in
All right, my friend. My friend, I will answer you. I will answer you, but this is not our topic. All right. Yeah. This is not our topic for now. I will answer you, but this is not our topic. Correct? You know that our topic now is about women in Islam, women right. So I thought you are a Muslim. All right. Yeah.
I just need a reference to answer my friend.
No problem. No problem.
There are two names God in the Bible.
To
And Theos.
Theos.
Names.
All right. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So are you really a Christian? Be honest with me.
What?
You are a Christian or a Muslim?
I am a Christian.
Okay. Is Muhammad a prophet or a false prophet?
A false prophet.
Is Allah a false God?
Allah is one of God's name.
This, I want you to say Muhammad is a he's a false prophet and Allah is a false God.
According to the Muslim, yes, but
according to the Muslims, I'm not saying according to Muslim, according to you. Is Allah a false God and Muhammad false prophet?
Indeed.
All right.
Indeed.
Okay, I will answer you after we finish here. You can. All right. You can hang up. You can hang up. When somebody hang up.
Okay.
All right. All right. When Jesus he pray, you see the word prayer here is in contact of holy. Pray is a holy action. So the Son he speak to the Father. We believe in the Trinity. We don't believe that they are one person. We believe in the Trinity. So it's very normal that the Son speak to the Father, and this is how the Father speak to the Son too. So the Bible says that God the Father, he glorified Jesus. This is the same as a prayer, but this is not like prayer to worship. This is a communication, because whatever God he says is holy. So God the Father, if you go to John 17, you will see God the Father, he glorified the Son, and God the Son glorified the Father. So how he glorified him? What does that mean? Any communication between the Son and the Father is a holy communication, for this is the holy God. It is considered a prayer. So when the Son he speaks to the Father, he is not making supplication to give him wealth, to make him healthy, to make him rich. No, for already Jesus, he have the power over the flesh. So what Jesus he says to the Father, he said, the same as the Father work, I do work too. We both work. So the Son, when he work, he glorified the Father, not necessarily just by talking, but by action. So when the Messiah he uh, speak to the Father, and somebody says the Messiah praying, how that can be? That's very easy, because the Messiah is speaking to the Father, not to himself. But the question will be then, how Allah he pray, supplicating that there is other Allah is going to forgive the sin of Muhammad, asking him to forgive his sin. We find in the Quran the following verse, even though this is not our topic. Next time, please don't come to the stage if you have going to speak about different topic. When we are done, you can go. It says here, ليغفر لك الله ما تقدم من ذنبك وما تأخر, speaking about Muhammad. May Allah forgive your sin. Allah asking who? Allah. Allah asking other Allah to forgive the sin of Muhammad. If Allah is the same person who's talking, that is stupid speech. May Allah. Why Allah don't say, may I forgive you? Even doesn't make sense, may I? It will make sense if I say, I might forgive you. If you did do this and this. No. As you see, it's a supplication. Allah, he is praying to who? And we have many examples in the Quran where even Allah, he says that he is one of many gods. Like when Allah, he says, if we want to take a partner, we take one of us. We take one of us. Us who? How Allah would take partner with us if Allah is a one person? There's no us. Especially we are talking about partner. And that partner is a wife. How that is possible? لو أردنا أن نتخذ لهوا لاتخذناه من لدنا إن كنا فاعلين. Had we intended to take a pastime, according to Muslim translation, we will take it from us. Very, very wicked, stupid statement. Coming in the Quran. And there's no Muslim can fix this. We're talking about taking a wife or a son. Allah will not take a wife or a son from you. He will take it from us. And the word us in Arabic is clear, the same as Arabic, English. Us. When we say us, it's one of us. And when you say one of us, it's one of our kind. You can't call yourself us, you mean the dog. You know what I mean? Yeah, about the question you mentioned about the Greek, the Muslim Abdul who's asking, obviously he's ignorant. That is the word Lord. This is not a name of God. So he's an idiot and he should know better. So there's words used, like as an example, the word Baal. Baal, all right? Even used in the Old Testament. And then God told them don't use it because they start using the word Baal. There's a mix. They start like, are they talking about Baal, the pagan one, or they are using the word Baal as the word mean Lord, our God? So even that word is used because remember, those people, they are coming from a nation. The Jews, they are born of Abraham, and Abraham is born of who? Born of people who they are pagans. So the language, they are using the same language. So when you say Lord, Lord, there's nothing changed, but it's not a name. So he's an idiot. He does not know what he's talking about as usual. However, if we go in the Quran, we will find that Allah compared himself to Baal and he approved Baal to be God. So he said, do you pray to Baal and forsake Allah, the best of the creators? So the Quran confirmed that Baal is a creator, but Allah is better. And the second you say better, you admitted that he is good. All right? If I say I am a better student, that means he is a student. We have the same qualification, and I am a student. Correct? If I say I'm a better God, that means he is God, and I am God. But I'm better one. So we have the same qualification, but you know what? I have better skills. So look at this verse here, chapter 37, verse 1 to 25. It says, will you call upon Baal as, you know, the idol? Actually, you know, he's the god of fertility, the same as Allah. And forsake the best of the creators. And this is the alone destroy all the logic of Islam, because Islam claims that Allah is the only creator. But in reality, if we check the Muslims and study carefully, we will find that Allah could not create Jesus without Jibreel. It's not Allah who breathed into Mary according to Muslims. It was Jibreel. It was not Allah who breathed into Adam according to Muslims. It was Jibreel. Allah is not a spirit. He cannot provide a spirit. So who provides the spirit? Jibreel. This is how dummy Islam is. So Allah is the best of the creators. And then we will find in Islam there's many creators. Baal is a creator. Jesus is a creator. Jesus can create from the mother bird. The Muslim, they will say to you, by the leave of Allah. Who care? By the leave of Allah. This is your claim. There's no proof of it, number one. Number two, you just agree that Jesus is the creator. He can. Right now there's birds in the sky created by Jesus, according to the Quran. However, if the Quran did not mention anything beside the bird, but doesn't matter, because Jesus, he made the shape of a bird, it became a bird. If Jesus made the shape of a man, it's going to become a man. So how many men created by Jesus according to Islam? So the Muslim, they say to you, Jesus is just a prophet. However, this prophet can do better than Allah himself. All right? As you see, Allah cannot do the same as Jesus. There's no proof of it. When Jesus, he made the blind see, people saw. I can claim now, say, well, Jesus is I am the one who gave the power to Jesus. The talk is cheap. Prove it. We know in the Quran that there is a chapter, it's called Abasa. Abasa wa Tawalla. What happened there? A blind man came to Muhammad, and Muhammad kicked him out of his house. So not only he could not make him see, he kicked him out of the house. And then people, they start questioning how good Muhammad is. He kicked the poor man because rich men of Quraysh was there, according to the tafsir. So he favored a rich man over a poor blind man. Jesus, he favored the blind man over the high priest. And not only favor him to speak to him, he healed him. See the difference? So Jesus here is a creator. When Jesus can make the eyes go back to you, you are born blind. That means a new creation. He created eyes to the blind. Muhammad, he kicked out the blind of his house. And when he tried to fix it, he claimed that Allah told him, why you did that? Because people, they start questioning what kind of ethic he have to kick a blind man out of the house because he is sitting with rich. He said to himself, oh, those rich people, they will say, look who is coming to see Muhammad, a poor blind man. So Muhammad favored the rich, he kicked out the poor. And to fix his reputation, he made this chapter. We always have an issue with the Abdul claiming that Islam is a good religion, but as you see, it is a very bad religion. Now we go back to the women right. So can the women leave the house of the husband? No. She need a permission. It's not permissible for anyone to encourage or to help her to leave the house. If you do so, it is a corrupt corporation in sin and aggression. If the woman, she cannot even have a choice to open the door of her house. So the second she is a wife, actually she was jailed before she left the house, and now she is more jailed in the house of the husband. In her dad's house, she is just a potato. They put them inside garbage bag. In Afghanistan, they are now forcing women to wear hijab or a burqa, have one eye, because they are questioning why she have two eyes. Huh? Why she is going to use 2 eyes? 1 eye is enough. So if you look in Google about Islam giving the women comprehensive rights, comprehensive, that is really good. See the difference between the Arabic and the English? This is an Arabic Muslim website from Qatar. Among the reasons that justify the wife leaving her husband's house is going to her parents. But even this is only if she's running away from the husband, if the husband is unjust. It's just like 1 week. She can't even leave the house of the father, by the way. She go there, she got jailed too. Or if he beat her severely. What if he beat her not severely? What severely mean? Break her bones. Because Muhammad encouraged beating women. The Quran says in chapter 4, verse number 34, وَضْرُبُوهُنَّ. Scourge them. Scourge them. And the Muslim, they try to fix it. They says first, second. Look at this, look at this. Brother, women who do part of, you see ill conduct, admonish them first, next refuse to share bed with them, last beat them lightly. Where is the word lightly? I want to see it. Nowhere. In fact, according to Islam, you can beat your wife until her skin is green, but it's better not to break her bones. Muslim men, they used to beat their women the same they beat their slaves, because beating slaves in Islam is very much encouraged. In fact, those Arab, they have a poetry. It says, لا تشتري العبد إلا والعصا معه إن العبيد لأنجاس مناكيد. I will not translate, but I will make a part of it. Don't buy the slave, but the word slave here is not slave. It is the N word. Except with the stick with him. When you buy that person who is African, you buy the stick with him. This is what the Arab believe, the Muslims. And Muhammad, he said, don't beat your wife the same you beat your slave. And then at the same night you sleep with them. Like, at least do it in different night. If I don't believe me, I can show you the reference. And he's talking about what? Whipping them. We are talking about a whip, not beating, So Muhammad advising them, you can whip your wife, but not in the night, the same night you want to sleep with her. Do it another day. Do you see it? And this is Sahih al-Bukhari. What we learn from here, that the Muslim man, they whip their black slaves, and they have the right to do so. And they practice that every day. However, Muhammad is telling them, advising them, is not commanding, by the way. If you read the Arabic, he's questioning their behavior, saying, so you whip her the same as you whip your black slave, and then at the end of the night you sleep with her? He's not saying don't do it. He's not forbidding them from whipping them. He is questioning how you do that in the same day you go and sleep with them. But Muhammad himself, he whipped women and he whipped men, and justly, as we see here in the hadith. The whip was a very normal practice in Islam for any human being. Chapter, whoever is cursed, revealed, or prayed against by the prophet when he does not deserve it. He don't deserve it. What Muhammad he said, "O Allah, I am a human being, and if for any person, a Muslim among Muslims, upon whom I heard medication or invoke curse or give him weapon, make it source of purity and mercy." Muhammad beat and whipped his followers unjustly. And now that's it, you know what? Unjustly, so what? You know, I am a human being. So you know what? Allah, make it mercy for them. He used the F word speaking to them. He whipped them. You know what the whip would do to you? Some people might die. Some people who have a weak body, they might die. Not only is it going to leave marks maybe forever, you might literally die. So Muhammad speaking clearly that he is an abuser and he is unjust man. He cursed people using bad language, foul language, unjustly. He whipped them. So now we understand that this is a culture and a religion based on whipping physically and taking, you know, very aggressive abuse, physical abuse against anyone who don't agree with me. And if this is the best of men doing that, what about the worst of Muslims? There is a story of a slave woman. She's blind. So the abuse that doesn't go only to whipping them. Even go to slaughter. Let me show you the reference. She is a woman too. And not only that, if you read the story, it's heartbreaking. The woman, she have a bunch of kids. Her Muslim master, who is raping her, obviously. Actually, he's a blind man, not her. There was a blind man during the time of the messenger, Allah shortwave upon him, Az-Zut, who had an Walad, by whom he had two sons. Stupid translation. So he had from her two sons. She used to slander and defame the prophet, okay, a great deal. And he would rebuke her, but she would not pay heed. And he would forbid her to do that, but she ignored him. The blind man said one night, I mentioned that the prophet, I mentioned the prophet, and she slandered him. I could not bear it, so I went and I got a dagger, which I thrust into her stomach, and I leaned upon it and slaughter her. Her kids was holding her from her legs when he killed her. What Muhammad did to this man? Did he punish him? The second he heard that she was slandering him, he said, her blood is for free, her blood is for free. The child who came between her legs was smeared with the blood. Do you see it? Her baby was between her legs. What is her crime? She slandered the filthy prophet. What the filthy prophet he did in the morning? He heard the news that this woman she is dead. He said, who did that? The man, he stood up. He said, O Prophet of Allah, she disrespect you. So I did this and this. I put it in her belly. Thereupon the Prophet says, oh, be witness, no retaliation is payable for her blood. Do you see how wicked? Do you see? And they say to you human right and Islam is a spiritual and Allah is mercy and the Prophet is merciful, and you know, a mother of kids and she is a slave because Islam is against slavery. That's why they own a lot of slaves, right? When you are against slavery, you own a lot of slaves. This is the you know, the logic of Islam, because you are against slavery. Hmm? I wish our friend here let us right gathering. Okay, Kathy. I wish you would hold master class on this in New York. Black people are fearing for Islam lies every day, especially in jail and prison. No, in jail and prison they do that. It's just because they are looking for a gang to protect them. So you know, the racists, they go with the race. If you could not find a race to join, then you join Islam just until you leave the jail, and then after you leave the jail, you spit on them. You know, this is a gang system. This is not about religion. Uh, Same time, even those who convert to Islam, maximum they will leave Islam in 2 or 3 years, according to Muslim, not according to me. You know, nobody stay as a Muslim. Rarely you will find somebody stay as a Muslim, because as soon, and now we have many black African, you know, brothers. They are exposing Islam like God Logic, God bless him. So black people will listen to people like him more than me. You know, so we created a great, you know, movement long time ago. We don't have very few people speaking against Islam. So I say thank God uh, we started the matches in the dry hay, and Islam now is being burned everywhere. If you check between 20 years ago, how many people speak against Islam? 3, 4, 5 maximum. Go check it now. We have an army now, and the army is growing, and we are sharing knowledge, so you can join the army too. All right. The days of Islam is over. In fact, we have a lot of people who they are Muslim by birth, they are Arab, they are denying Islam every day. We have churches created everywhere in the Middle East. Iran is one of the massive churches. So the story is changing. Before it was only few people, you know, trying their best with little, let us say, ability, you know, not knowledge ability. Nobody support us, nobody help us. Individual trying to do something. Churches don't help us. In fact, churches don't invite us, many of them, until now. If you go to those traditional churches, says, oh, and I'm going to make a seminar against Islam, they will not welcome you. They will invite a Muslim to teach them about Islam, but not you. Just yesterday, I heard in the news that some families, they sued a school in Palo Alto, California. What the school did, they sent the Christian children's and non-Christians to the mosque to learn about Allah. So you send your child to the school. Where they send your child? I mean, those people are woke, supposedly. They support homosexuality, etc. They send them to the mosque where it teach to do boom, boom, doom, doom to those people. Islam only can flourish between ignorant and donkeys. All right? As simple as that. So as you see, the Muslim women right is amazing. You can beat the women. If you change the translation here, just to show you how the translation is a big fat lie. Never trust a Muslim translation. Never, ever. They lie. We just change the translator. Admonish them, banish them in the bed, which means jail them in their bedrooms, and scourge them. And then in Google it says that Islam give the women comprehensive rights. Can't you see it? It's comprehensive. It's amazing, astonishing. A woman, she came to Muhammad, complained about her husband who he did beat her until he made her skin greener than her clothing. Muhammad, he said to her, so what? He took the side of the man. Look, Aisha, she said. Who's talking? Aisha. A woman, she came to her wearing a green veil, complained to her, to Aisha, about her husband, and showed her a green spot in her skin caused by beating. It was the habit of ladies, brother, to support each other. It's not a good habit, by the way. This is, huh? So when Allah Messenger came, Aisha said, I have not seen any women suffering as much as I believe in women. So Aisha, she say, and she witnessed, that Muslim women are the most suffering women between all the Arab. Not the Christians, not the, the rest of the pagan Arab. The pagan Muslims are the worst. Who's saying that? Aisha. What is the proof? Look, her skin greener than her clothes. Did Muhammad say shame on you? No, he gave him a verse from the Quran says beat them. Not only that, he is forcing the women to sleep with this man. She don't want to sleep with him, which means he's encouraging the R word. You know which word I'm saying about, right? This women, because Muslims, they believe in something called tajhish. Tajhish is coming from the word donkeys. Donkinism. What is that? So if a woman, she is divorced, she cannot go back to her previous husband until she find someone to do tajhish, donkinism. He hump her, he jump on her, and he do boom boom. Chapter 2, verse number 230. Look at the women right. She want to go back to her previous husband. She cannot. We have to force her to bend over. We bring a donkey, Abdul. He boom boom. Now, brother, she go back to the husband, brother. It's in the front of you. Is a Christian prince making things up? So the story here is what's happening. This woman, she got divorced by her husband. She had many kids of her from the husband. She felt bad for her kids. She don't care, obviously, for the husband. She want to go back. So she said to herself, okay, the Quran says this man, he can marry me, so I can go back to my husband. Muhammad, he said to her, no, 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 no. I did not say marry you. I say boom, boom you. This is why here it says, you cannot come back unless he do enjoy your orgasm. Smash Allah. Look at the Muslim translation. Unless Abdul Rahman have intercourse with you. No, 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 no. Liars. Nowhere it says intercourse. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. It says here حتى يذوق من عسيلتك until he tastes your orgasm. Liars. And you taste his orgasm. Taste it, taste it. How you taste things? You use your mouth, right? Is a Christian Prince making things up? Let us find out. Christian Prince, you are lying. And look, they translate as intercourse. You go to the same hadith, different translation. Look at this. Here, consummate his marriage. Where it says that? It says, enter, he tastes your juice, your orgasm. I mean, look at the translation. Look at the first translation. They're trying to avoid the embarrassment. Look at the translation. All of those hadith. Liars. It says, حَتَّى يَذُوقُ عُسَيْلَتَكِ, and you taste his usayla. And what is usayla? Is orgasm. It's a sweet orgasm. You will not find a liar like the Abdul religion.
Until he tastes your honey and you taste his honey.
It's not about honey. Usayla is the orgasm. What they said, until he consummate your marriage. What consummate? Big fat. Look, the same hadith, different translation. Look at this. Until he tastes your sweetness and you taste his sweetness. So the women in Islam, she have a right not only to be beaten, not only to be jailed in her room, not only to be, she cannot leave the house. She have no right to take decision of anything without the permission of her husband. By the way, even fasting, a woman, she cannot fast without permission of the husband. Can you believe it? Even fasting. There's some more. Disgusting. English. Even there's a hadith about, if a woman, she sucked the what they call it? The things come, like let's say you have infection in the skin or something, and the buzz they call it buzz, right? Come out, that is not enough. In fact, Muhammad, he said, if there is any one to be worshipped beside Allah, I will command the women to bow down to their husband and worship them. Is a Christian Prince lying, Muslims? Besides sucking the buzz, read it. This is authentic. No woman can fulfill her duty toward Allah until she fulfill her duty toward her husband. Like what? If the husband call her for intercourse and she see this nut, she say, I cannot. Allah will angels and they curse her. She will go to hell. What if she don't want to do it now? No, Allah will curse her. Who cares? You like it, you don't like it, you come. But Abdul have 4 wives. This woman she don't like now. Maybe she is sick. Maybe she's ill. Maybe she's tired. No, 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 no. Allah will curse her. And if I were commanded to anyone prostrate to any other than Allah, I would have commanded women to prostrate to their husband. Muhammad is a mushrik. He just announced that all women, they should bow down and worship their husbands. If a woman, she died and her husband happy with her, she will go to heaven. What if she is not? She will go to hell. Yeah, the key to heaven is in the hand of the husband. How? It's about all boom boom. You are just a toy. I'm trying not to use the S word. As you see, this is sahih. I heard the Messenger saying, any woman who dies when her husband pleased with her will enter paradise. Yeah. What if he is not the opposite? She will not enter paradise. If any woman, her husband ask her husband for divorce without some strong reason, she will not go to heaven. But Muhammad, he can divorce the Muslim. They can divorce the women as we wish. She did not make a good food, you are divorced. He got angry from his friend, you got divorced. He got angry from her family, her brother, you are divorced. But the poor woman, if she seek divorce for any reason, is not strong. Like what? This guy is not praying to Allah. He don't praise Prophet Muhammad. That's strong reason. Otherwise, what if he beat her? No. He's allowed to beat you. The Quran says, chapter 4:34. What about he jail me inside the house? This is basic in Islam. A man, he can jail you in your home. You cannot leave the house without permission of the husband. We just showed you here. This is the official website in Qatar. A woman is not allowed the basic principle that women does not have the right to leave the house of the husband except with her husband's permission. So you cannot seek divorce unless the divorce reason must be so strong. Like what? They will say to you, the guy, he cannot do it, and she have to prove it. How you can prove that? How you can prove? Maybe the judge will ask him to boom him. Is it true that you cannot do it? Okay, I will let you go and sleep with my wife. If you could not do it with her, she will tell me, and then I will judge. So what is the good reason? So he have full control of her. Muhammad, he command the women to worship the men, even to suck the buzz of their sickness. What a wicked man. If a woman, she suck the snot or the buzz coming from the skin or the nose of a Muslim man, even if she do that every day, she did not give him his right yet. There's no translation. Or in Arabic. Look. They did not translate it even once. Here. No, this is not here. See, guys, they did not translate the hadith. Oh boy. See the hadith in the top, look how many, all of them, they are in Arabic. They did not translate the hadith. And look at this story here. A man, hey Muslims, why there's no translation here? Why there's no translation? You know why? Because it's disgusting. A Muslim girl, she refused to get married. Why she refused to get married? Muhammad, he told the girl, obey your father. The woman, she said, this girl, okay, I will not get married unless you tell me what is my right on the husband. The prophet, he said, this is your right. Let us translate, guys, and show you how wicked this religion is. Even your marriage is by the command of your parents, and you have no right except sucking the snot and the buzz of the husband. Maybe Christian Prince is lying.
He said, a man came to the messenger of God, may God bless him and grant him peace, with a daughter of his, and he said, O messenger of God, this is my daughter. She has refused to get married. Then the prophet, may God bless him and grant him peace, said to her, obey your father. She said, by the one who sent you with the truth, I will not marry until you tell me what the husband's rights are upon me. His wife, so the prophet, may God bless him and grant him peace, said, the husband's right upon his wife is that if he had an ulcer and she licked it, she would not have fulfilled his right. She said, by the one who sent you with the truth, I will never marry. Then the prophet, may God bless him and grant him peace, said, do not marry them except with the permission of their families.
So Muhammad, she told him, this is the case? I will never get married. Imagine how wicked this man. She's asking him, what is my right? What is my right? What Muhammad said to her? Your right is to suck the snot and the boogers and the pus from the nose of your husband. And if you do that, still you are not doing good job. What the one she said? By Allah, I will never get married. So the Muslim women in the time of Muhammad, they made poo-poo on Muhammad. They said, this guy is disgusting. What are you talking about? She's asking for her right. What he told her, your right is to suck his snot. The guy, the Muslim guy from Turkey, he said, I'm lying. Guys, I'm lying. I have the hadith in front of me. It's in front of you on the screen. Christian Breath is lying. Okay, well, hold on. How I'm lying? Christian Breath. First of all, this is the fake hadith. Like, Abdul, it's in front of you. In fact, it's repeated tons of times. Christian Breath. First of all, it doesn't matter how many repeated. Like, Abdul, it's a sunnah.com. Okay, Christian Breath. Anyone can make a website. Abdul, who care about sunnah.com? We can show you from your books. Do you want us to open the book? Do you know what the name of the book? The book of An-Nikah. Do you know what nikah mean? Effing. The book of effing. Sahih Ibn Hibban. The book of effing. He's lying, brother. The Turkish guy, like, he scratched his butt, like, what can we say about this? We cannot say what we. Let me say it's lying. Abdul. How this guy is lying, and he is showing you all of those in front of you in the screen. He's lying, he's lying. He's lying. That's it. He solved it. Thank you, my friend. Mohsen, how are you? Ah. All right. Nita, Islam is satanic cult. Hopefully female Muslims learn from her bare face. Islam. Thank you, Christian Prince. Thank you. So as you see, what is the right of a Muslim woman who is answering Muhammad is to suck and to eat the boogers and the buzz and the ichor of the husband. And if she do that, still she did not do a good job. It's not enough. That is Islam. The women right in Islam. And what Google says to you, Islam gave women comprehensive rights. What? Comprehensive? Islam grant women comprehensive spiritual, legal, social rights. Before Islam, Khadija was a boss. After Islam, Khadija is in the box. Before Islam, Arab women, they used to be head of tribes, like the story of the women who Muhammad cut her to pieces. A very respected old woman. He split her alive. He tied her legs between two camels. Look how wicked he is. Women before Islam, go check the queens who they were living in Arabia, who were living in Yemen. Bilqis, a queen in Yemen, a queen in Tunisia, a queen in Syria. Women before Islam, they used to be rulers. In the Bible, we have women who they are judges, prophets. You can go right now and read the book of Judges. What is the women in Islam? In 1 Peter chapter 3, the Bible commands husbands to treat their wives with honor and respect. Women, they used to go with the Christian disciples to teach the gospel and to preach. Actually, last time we were here, we have Abdul, he came to us saying, well, there's a woman, her name is Susanna. Susanna, she was given Mary to Jesus. That's funny, because she was not. She was supporting, she is part of the ministry, she go travel with them. All those who they are in the ministry, spreading the faith, they share the wealth together. There's nothing called my money and your money. So everybody going together. If I can feed you, I feed you. If you can feed me, you feed me. Because they are Christians. Jesus do not need money. You know, we have in the Quran a chapter, it's called Al-Ma'idah. Why it's called Al-Ma'idah, chapter number 5? Because Muhammad is copying what is mentioned in the New Testament about Jesus feeding thousands of people. Al-Ma'idah in Arabic means the table of food, not just table, a dining table. So what happened? Muhammad copying what happened, that Jesus can multiply and bless food. You bring him little piece of a bread and fish or any food, he can multiply it. A person like that will never need money. Imagine if I can multiply food. I have one bread and I have one apple, I have one tomato, I have one cooked sheep, and then I bless them and they became tens of thousands. How in the world I will need money? Ever. The one who can feed unlimited numbers of people. From one basket, you eat till it's full. That is Jesus. That is Jesus, my friend. Not Muhammad, who steals food, who was accused of theft, as we know in the Quran. He stole an underwear. And until now, the underwear is missing. Nobody knows. By the way, if you know, you can call the FBI. They have a big reward. It's not for a prophet to take illegally liars. It says yaghul, which means he steal. The campaign of Muhammad, they accuse Muhammad that he stole from their theft. They attacked the neighbors, they took their money, they are thieves, and now they are fighting over who took this and who took that. Accusing who? Muhammad. Imagine the companion. Forgive me, God, for saying this, but just to show you how ugly it is. Imagine Peter saying to John, do you think Jesus, he stole this? There's no way this would happen, right? No way. This would happen to the Muslims. They're accusing Muhammad that he stole and he took it. And in fact, it's obviously that the one who stole it is Muhammad. How we know? If Muhammad claimed to be a prophet, and this is in chapter 3, verse number 161, for those who are in TikTok, they can't see. If Muhammad is a prophet and his God is the one who speaks to him, he should say who took it, right? Can't Allah tell us who took it? Muhammad could not tell us who took it. Allah could not tell us who took it. So there's no choice except to say Muhammad is the one who took it. Because the accusation of all the campaign was against Muhammad, not against anyone else. They were not saying maybe this guy, no, they're saying the prophet took it. The thief. And if Allah is God, at least tell us who took the underwear, which, by the way, was red. A very clear evidence that Muhammad is a false prophet. Shouldn't you prophesy, say, hey guys, the one who took it, go to his house, or now he's wearing it. Hey Abdul, come here, take off your pants. See, he's wearing the underwear. You accuse me falsely. What Muhammad he do? He claimed that Allah told him to tell them this. It's not for a prophet to do that. So why Allah did not tell you who took it? Is it because Allah do not know? How he is all-knowing, but you do not know where is the underwear? Until now is missing. If anyone have information, please call this number. 1-800 underwear, red. Hello? Get a breath. First of all, I am going to report for you. I found the one who took it. Zakir Naik, you know the one who took it? Exactly. Who? Abu Bakr Siddiq. Abdul, Abu Bakr Siddiq, the caliphate, he's the one who took it. Are you sure? Get a breath. I'm very sure. What is the evidence? Listen to me carefully. First of all, the underwear was very big. Okay. And Muhammad Abu Bakr Siddiq, his butt is so big. Okay. Therefore, they were not the prophet who took it. But Muhammad's butt was big. I can show you reference. Get a breath. The prophet's butt is round and it's not square. That underwear fit only for the square butt. Like what a square butt and red butt? I never heard of a square butt. There's a Abdul, what are you talking about? Listen, and how you know about the size of the butt of Abu Bakr Siddiq? You know, where you get, what are you watching, Zakir Naik? Get a breath. I have to go. Look, where are you going? Hold on. You need to tell us how you know the size of Abu Bakr Siddiq, but what kind of religion, the disciple of Allah Prophet, they are the best of mankind, accusing the Prophet of stealing underwear. And what kind of God, until now he could not find it. Shalom, CP. What does speaking tongues means? You know, there's people who speak tongues for real, and there's people who speak tongues falsely. You know, speaking tongues is ability to speak in languages. It, you know, like some they explain that this is, let us say, heavenly language. However, we have evidence that the disciple of Jesus, they spoke many languages, and I believe it's a miracle. Like some they did not study it, you know, they learn it from school. No, they have the ability miraculously to be able to speak. So it can be language of heaven, it can be a language only believer understand, it can be literally a real language which can use to speak to other nations and speak other cultures. However, the Bible itself explaining to you those issues. We can talk about it in different session. We know that the Messiah, even in the Muslim books, it says that the disciple, when Jesus commanded them, if you go to Ibn Kathir, when the disciple were commanded by Jesus to go and teach in the east to the west and to the north and to the south, the disciple, they say to Jesus, according to Ibn Kathir's story, which is Muhammadan story, but how we can go there? We don't speak the language. He said, don't worry about it, go to sleep. When they woke up in the morning, every one of them spoke different language. Here in this story, we're talking about literally different language. All right. So even Islamic books speaking about speaking in tongues, not only Christians. So did we have enough with the women rights in Islam? It's a lot of rights. We can show you more and more. Like women, she is half a brain. Women, she cannot be a witness in the court. Do you know that in the court of law, in Islamic court, a woman, she cannot be a witness in the case of capital punishment, which mean the K word. We are in TikTok. If somebody murders somebody, anything have to do capital punishment, she cannot be witness. She can be witness only in the case of borrowing money, and only after approving them, and two women equal to one man, because women are half a brain according to Muhammad. This is why I say to you, people like this guy Andrew Wilson, they are not Christians. Anyone who adopt the idea, he says to you, women are retarded, like this idiot. He is a retarded. A woman in the Bible, he claimed to be a Christian, right? Women in the Bible, they were judges. Women in the Bible, they saved nation. They saved Israel. Women in the Bible, they were not retarded. Only ones who says that is the one who literally a Muslim. That's why this guy Wilson is a retarded person. He is no Christian. By the way, I challenge him to debate me, the coward. Until now, he declined even to respond, because he knew what I would do to him if he agreed. He knew I'm not Dawood. He knew I'm not cow dance. I will wipe the floor with him. He's a false Christian. He's a false Orthodox. Those are people who hijack the title of being conservative. This is not conservative. Those are wicked, woke, lefty. They are trying, he's trying to copy Andrew Tate, you know. He's just another Andrew Tate, another wicked man. Be aware of false teachers. Don't listen to them. They are false. They can get famous. Satan, he support evil ones. He will push you to make you famous, not because you're good, because he can use you. Right? Don't listen to them, and don't take from them. Otherwise, you will be wicked like them. Be careful. So I want to say thank you, guys. I hope we learned something good for today. And with this, I want to say, may the Lord bless you. And thank you for those who were in TikTok with us. You can subscribe to TikTok so you can join us always. And always take reference. If you like to look for the reference yourself, you can always go to my YouTube or Rumble. You can search the reference. We show them in the screen. You can take a screenshot. You can save them. You can share them. Knowledge is power. Ignorance is weakness. Why people die when they get sick? Because we don't know how to deal with the disease. The disease, this little tiny germ, virus, you know, so small. You cannot even see it. How this little tiny thing can destroy you? Because you're ignorant. How something is almost invisible can destroy a giant like you? Because you're ignorant. Ignorance is your enemy. And there's no ignorance with Jesus. You cannot be a person who follows Jesus and you are ignorant. In the Bible, in Malachi 2, it condemns husbands who cover themselves with violence against their wives, who try to treat their wives with the violence, trying to make themselves superior by violence. The Bible is full of verses telling you to stay away from using violence against your own family. If you are violent against your family, you are good to who? The Bible commands you to love your wife, not to beat her. It forbids you from being harsh and wicked. You can't be a Christian and you practice any against what the Bible says. As the Lord, He says, if you love me, you obey me. Always ask yourself, wife or husband, doesn't matter, by the way. It's not only a message for the man. When I am doing this today, whatever it is, am I following the teaching of Christ? It doesn't matter what you are doing. Speaking, visiting, doing action, anything. Ask yourself, is it biblical? Is it what God said to me? If it is not, stay away from it. Husband, you have to love your wife and don't be harsh with them. Why is that? Why I cannot be harsh with them? Why you should be harsh with them anyway? Why you have a woman if you want to be harsh with her? Why you want to marry a man if you want to be harsh with him? What is the point exactly of being harsh? You will act harsh, you will not receive love in return. The Bible is doing that for you, telling you if you will live happy, will act with happiness. Happiness bring happiness. Wickedness bring wickedness. Unjust will never bring just. So if you want your wife to be just to you, be good to her. She will be good to you. If she is not, then she is the one to blame, and God is the judge. Don't be wicked. Wickedness will take you nowhere except the wickedness land. It's hell. The God of panic. Anyone knows the God of panic? Who's the God of panic? I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. If you remember in the Bible, there is a when Jesus speak about the gate of hell. You know, many they take it like gate of hell, like the Hades gate. This is the God that there's a rock there. There's an old Roman God. He's the God of panic, the God of evil. So when you practice evil, you are worshiping the God of panic, which is a fake God anyway, but this is Satan. Because Satan brings panic, fear. because you are not with God. You are not with the true God. So supposedly, based on the mythology of the Roman, behind that rock, there was the dead land, like the one who died never come back, the god of panic there, fear, and there's other god with him. They associate him the god of terror. So when Jesus, he pointed his hand and he went all the way to that era or area, he was speaking to you when you are with me. This is the rock, which is the god of panic, the gate of hell. I will build my church over that rock, which means I will destroy the panic. I will destroy the god of terror. I will destroy the pagan gods they worship. So when Peter is called Peter, or the rock, he was to demolish that rock, which was worshipped by the Roman. For sure, they are worshiping the god of that rock. So with the Messiah, you are going to demolish the panic. You are going to demolish fear. You will be a loving husband. You will be a wonderful man, not a cheater like many we see these days. They put big cross in their neck without saying their names, but they are wicked cheaters. In the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, it asks you to remove all the anger, all the wickedness from your heart, or hatred, and to put instead passionate and compassion and kindness. That is the Bible. The Bible is not about you, the man. You see, when somebody will say, isn't it the Bible says the man is the Lord of the house? Yeah, this is his job. This is not privilege. It's not a privilege. It's a responsibility. So when the man is the Lord of the house, that means he have to work like a donkey, provide to the house. It's not a privilege. And if you fail, you will be paying a heavy price for it. And this man who is the Lord of the house, he have to treat his wife the same as Christ. He gave himself to the church. So the Bible make it clear how you are the Lord of the house. Is acting like a Christ, like sacrificing yourself to the household, which you love, not because somebody forcing you, but because you love to. There's a huge difference between I love to, I've been forced to. When I love to do things, I enjoy it. Even if it's like a woman, she want to have a child. Why this woman, she want to get married? Because she love to have a child. Do you know how painful it is to give birth? But she love it. And then the child is born. She is more happy. She want to have another child. But you just have birth and it's so painful. Why you want to have another one? Because she have extreme love. That is a God gift. You will find that even animals, because this is the proof, by the way, that all of us, we are created by one God. The Messiah. Everything created by him and for him. All of us, we have, even the animals, they have love to their babies. You will see a cat defending her little tiny babies as if she is a lion, a chicken. A fish. The fish, she lay eggs, the eggs became fish, they put them in her mouth, she moved them from place to place to protect them. It is not about contract for boom boom. It's about contract with love to God, which means I made a promise, not contract of business. I made a promise to God that you gave me a woman, or the women, she make promise to God, you gave me a man. I promise you, God, I will love him as you command me to be a loving person. And the man, he will do the same. He will love her as he was commanded to be. Otherwise, he is not, he don't belong to the family of Christ. Family of Christ is not about having babies. It's about love. That's why the Bible says love never fail. Love never fail. We can share tons of verses from the Bible. All of them, they are about how to have a wonderful life with your spouse, how to build a family. It's not about multiplying wives. The Bible says don't multiply your wives. When God created Adam, Adam was not only a male. The Bible called Adam for both Adam and Eve. They are not different. They are different in ability. So they can complete each other, not to compete. A man, he cannot exist without the women. You are born of a woman. You are born because of a woman. You exist. Your very much existence is exist because of a woman. But that woman, she cannot have you alone. The man, he cannot have a baby. And the woman, she cannot have a baby. So each one of them have a duty to have a family. So you would join together with love, not for boom boom. And the love will make family, not animals. And those families will be passionate to each other. And they will not abuse each other. And if you cannot be a person of passionate and love, don't get married. Nobody's forcing you. Don't take a promise you cannot handle. Otherwise, you will become a mockery. Never make a promise for anything you cannot do. For anything. Like you borrow money from somebody, you promise him to pay him tomorrow, but you know you will not be able. You are stupid. Because that will bring very bad news to you. From now on, you will be chased. You will be called liar. You will be called wicked. You will be called fraud. You will be given all names you deserve. Why you do that yourself? Never promise. And marriage is the same. So always be careful. Be Christian. And to be Christian is to be Christ-like. And you know, we know in Christianity that no one is blessed as the blessed Mary. And she is a woman. This is why when this wicked man, he claimed to be Orthodox, Andrew Wilson, he say what he say about women. He's insulting Mary. And we know that Mary is an amazing chosen woman of God, by God. From all the women in this earth, God did not choose to be born from nothing. Like he can't come from air, he can come like Jesus come to us. But Jesus, he made a choice to be born of a woman. Is that because she is bad? Is that because she is disrespected? Is that because she is not qualified, not equal, not good? We know the answer is the opposite. So when somebody he speak to you about women in Christianity, we can give endless number of verses. But there's one verse is enough for us, Mary. Who can compete with that? while women in Islam are dirty. Even the Quran says when you come from the poo or touch women, you have your ablution is not good. Touching women, hmm? uh, if any of you came from doing poo or he touched women, لامستم النساء, you have to wash. Well, Jesus was living inside the womb of a woman. That's what Christianity is about. The same as you do, or you did. The same your sons will be. So whoever disrespect women, he is disrespecting the Lord, disrespecting Mary, disrespecting God. For God, he created Adam and Eve. And when they committed sin equally. The Lord will judge you by your fruit, not by your gender, not by your ethnic, not by your color, language. The Lord, he says, from their fruits you shall know them. The same as the Messiah, he blessed the Canaanite women, for she have faith. You can be a Canaanite, you can be Asian, you can be black, you can be whoever you are. And the Lord, the Messiah, will bless you and you go to heaven. For he is the Lord of heaven. And he is the one who destroyed the pan god, the panic god. With Jesus, there's no panic. You are promised, and the promise will be always true. For he is the one who went behind the wall of death. But yet what? Death could not take him. Grave could not hold him. That is the Messiah. And even in the wicked religion of Islam, the Messiah is alive in heaven. Even though Islam supposedly is to downgrade Jesus, but Muhammad, he could not deny that Jesus is in heaven. The Quran says, إِنَّكَ مَيِّتٌ وَإِنَّهُمْ لَمَيِّتُونَ. You are dead, and they are dead. That is to Muhammad. But in the case of Jesus, he is alive, and with him you will be alive. That's why Jesus, when he said, let the dead bury the dead, let the dead bury the dead. What does that mean? Those who don't follow him, doesn't matter if they are dead now or dead tomorrow. They are burying dead. They will be dead tomorrow, and they will be dead. They will go to the land of death. But those who follow me, they will be like Muhammad. You will die, and they will die. And Allah said to Muhammad, in the day of resurrection, you bring your dispute to me. That is not the case with Jesus. Whoever believe in me and die will live. And there is a huge difference between someone saying it, talk is cheap. I can say, if you believe in me, you will live. You can say that. But you know that's not true. The Messiah, he proved it to us already. Some they will say, if Jesus is God, why he died? How God died? You are ignorant. You know, you just ask yourself the question which will refute you. How God died? Well, Jesus is alive. Death cannot take him. So how come you ask how he died? You don't ask yourself how he back to life. Because the one who died, he cannot come back. That's why we mentioned the Hades rock, the gate of hell. Those Romans believe that behind this rock there's death, the god of death, the god of panic. So Jesus, he promised that he will build his church over that rock, which means he will destroy the Lord of panic, those who believe and fear death. With him there's no death. With him there's life. And he have the power over the flesh in the day of judgment, not Allah. So I hope we learned something good for today. It's very important always to read the Bible so we can improve our knowledge. Let us see, we have a questions here. How can you refute that Muslim women have inheritance? Well, in the Bible, a woman, she can have inheritance too. This is not something, you know, this is what the Arab have. Isn't it Khadija? She's a businesswoman. Isn't it Khadija is a businesswoman? And she have a lot of money. So this is from before Islam. Muhammad, he did not bring something new. And this is exist in the Old Testament. A woman, she can inherit, and she can have her property, and she can manage her property. So we have Old Testament, which is thousands of years before Muhammad. If you go to the book of Numbers, chapter 27, it says clearly that the daughter of Zelophehad, I don't know how to say the name in English, they have the right to inherit. We are talking about thousands of years ago. Right? So Muhammad did not bring something new about inheritance. This is what used to be exist. But as you see, the woman, she is jailed inside her house. Which one is more important? Because now I can jail you inside your house until you give me all your money. I can refuse to divorce you. I can beat you every day. And I will say, okay, I will not release you unless you give me your money. She will give you the money. Oh, she have the right to inherit. She have the right to control her money. No, because at the end of the day, he can abuse her until she give him the money. Her freedom is by his hand. He can jail her in her room. According to Islam, he can stop sleeping with her for years and years. He can put her in a room. He bring her food like a dog. According to Islam, he's doing good. She have no right to complain. So when the Muslim they speak about inheritance, you know, Hindu have inheritance, Buddhists have inheritance, what this, you know, Arab before Islam they have inheritance. Muhammad gave nothing new. All right, I hope I answered you. In fact, all the rules of Islam is coming from the Arab, like cutting the hands for stealing an egg. This is an Arabic rule before Islam. Jagdish, all right, thank you very much, my friend. Can you explain 4.3 allows polytheism in the Quran? You are talking about having multiple wives, right? Yeah, actually, but the numbers here is wrong. You see, the Muslims, because they are disconnected with the Arabic language, they got a wrong translation and wrong understanding. The verse doesn't say 4. The verse never said 4. Read carefully with me. You will notice here in English they use the word or. That's not exist in the verse. There's no or. In Arabic it says, وَإِنْ خِفْتُمُ أَلَّا تُقْسِطُوا فِي الْيَتَامَى. And by the way, this is about effing orphans. Imagine if you could not deal justly, fairly with the orphan. How you do? We're talking about sleeping with them. So Muhammad encouraging them to sleep with the children. Supposedly this is charity. How that can be charity? A baby child, 5 years old. So if you cannot be justly with the orphan, this is the start is evil. Then he says, he didn't say marry. He says fankahu, if not marry, whatever you wish of women. 2 and 3 and 4. There's no or. This is not or. This is and.
And
و
So they lie. This is why many of the caliphate in the beginning of Islam, they have 9 wives, not 4. So 2 and 3 and 4, the total is what? 9. All right? This is not 4. Nowhere it says 4. I hope you learn something new. Again, never take a translation made by Muslims. You know what I mean? Never take Islamic translation. It's just stupid and as usual. All right. So it is 2 and 3 and 4. Nowhere it says or. Where is the word or? I want to see it. I challenge any Muslim to show me the word or. Are you trying to fix stupidity in the Quran? So you are saying to me your prophet taught you to have 4, but the Quran says and? Because there's a difference between or and. But as you see here, it says mathna, which means 2, and not or, thalath, which means 3, and wa, and 4. And the funny, in the same chapter, it says to you, and nobody can be just. So how it says in the same Quran, remember the Quran is a book supposedly saying there's no contradiction, right? But it's full of contradiction. So this verse says, take one if you cannot be justice with them. But the same chapter says, and you will never be justice. Never. If you go to the end, stupid book, you know, it's just a stupid religion. Made by a potato. Let us open it in different page better, so we can compare. Just to show you the stupidity. So we go back. Keep it here. We open different page. Close some pages. All right. Look at this. The Quran says 2 and 3 and 4. If you cannot be just, only one. The same chapter say in verse 129, and you cannot be just. So how they can marry 4 or 9? The condition in chapter 4 verse 3, marry one if you cannot be justly. Okay, one, only one, if you cannot be just. The same chapter says, and you cannot, it's impossible to be just. You will not be able to deal justly between your wives. There it says you have to be just. between them. This is how stupid this religion is. All right. We have Muhsin saying, I converted to Christianity. I went to baptize with the name Timotheus. My mom name, I dreamed the name Abdullah when I was in her womb, so chose Timotheus. My mom is an ex-Muslim but not Christian. My friend, whatever name you have, you know, the name, as long as it's not an evil name, this is, you know, name is just so people they can call you. God will call you by your fruits. All right, your name, you know, it's just a name. You know, who care about the name? You know, most of us we did not even choose our names, right? You're born, your parents. Somebody was watching a movie. The guy there in the movie, his name is Rambo. He called his son his Rambo, right? Doesn't make you bad. Doesn't make you good. You call your son Peter. Doesn't make you really Peter. Doesn't make you the good Peter or the bad Peter. So names is not important. The important is the quality you will be when you become a Christian. For the Lord, He will know you from your fruits. All right? So your name is just an identity between us, because we are limited to know people. God, He don't need names. If I change my name, God cannot recognize me, that's it? No. The names mean nothing. The important is your fruits. So you will be from the elect by the fruit, by faith. So when you have faith in Jesus, you are now a child of God. It doesn't matter what your name is. What if your name was Muhammad? So what? Maybe they give you a name Muhammad. I know people who they became a Christian, still their name is Muhammad. When I was in the army, there was a short guy next to me. I look at his, you know, at his uniform. It says Muhammad. I said, oh, look at my luck. Even when I go to the army, Abdul is next to me. So, hey, your name is Muhammad? He said, yeah. Anyway, first day, second day, third day, he went to the major. He asked him. He said, how I can change my name? The guy said, why you want to change your name? He said, I don't want to be Muslim no more. He said, what happened? You just can't, you decide now. Why you did not change it before? He said, the guy with me there, you know, he convinced me Islam is bad, so I don't want to be Muhammad no more. So he came back to me. He says that he had papers in his hand, gave him to fill it. I said, what is this? He said, oh, I'm going to change my name. I don't want to be called Muhammad no more. I said, no problem. You can call Muhammad and still you can witness to Jesus. He said, no, after what you told me about him, no way. Don't call me Muhammad, by the way. I will be upset from you. All right? You know, I said, okay. He's so, you know, he don't like it no more, but it doesn't matter really. What is important is your heart. It's not the name. From their fruits you shall know them. So we are happy for you, Muhsin, to become a Christian, to believe in the Messiah. You are a child of God, and the name is a choice. Doesn't make you bad or good, but the fruit is what qualify you to be a child of God or not. So faith always provide fruits. A person without fruits is not faithful, right? A faithful for Jesus. You remember the parable of the tenant? So the one who hid it, the Lord, he was so upset from him, even though he did not destroy it, he hid it because he's selfish. So God, he gave you talent. So from now on, as long as you become a Christian, the question is how I can bring more people to Christ. You mentioned that your mother, now she is not a Christian. What about I start with my mother then? Share with her verses from the Bible with love, you know, don't hate her. Show her that how Jesus had changed you and made you a better person to her, love her, care for her. Not like the Quran. The Quran says, if you will not find one believing person who's good to his kin, even if they are their father, their mother, their brothers. In Christianity, no. You've been commanded to be loving to your parents. And if they command you to do something wrong, still you love them, but don't obey. All right? They say, you're different. You don't hate them. In the Quran it says, you will not find any believing in Allah and the last day, loving to those who oppose Allah. What oppose Allah mean? You don't believe in Islam. As simple as that. And because you don't believe in Islam, you will not find anyone who love them. Even if they are your brothers, your parents, your clan, your sons, your daughters. You cannot do that. In Christianity, you love them, but you don't love their wickedness. You love to save them. You deal good with them. All right. I am Juju, freelancer cop, by the way. Forgive me, Juju, I don't remember really. Anyway, guys, I want to say thank you all for being here with us. I hope we learned something good. And as always, God is good. And as you see, we did not get really Muslims to come and debate me. Fear is what they believe. God panic. The God panic is their God. Our God is loving God. He will destroy the panic. He will destroy the God of the Abdul. The God pan Allah will never be here with us. He does not exist. For he panicked when he see the name of Jesus. Even Muhammad, he could not hide it. He said that when Satan went at the Dajjal, he meet with Jesus. The second he see Jesus, you know what will happen? According to Muhammad, he will dissolve like salt dissolve in water. Imagine how powerful the Messiah. According to Muhammad, Shaitan was jumping over his shoulders. We can show you the reference. According to Muhammad, Shaitan run in his vein. We can show you the reference. According to Muhammad, Shaitan gave him satanic verses. We can show you the reference. According to Muhammad, when Shaitan see Jesus, will dissolve like salt in water. That is the one you want to follow. Because he is so holy, the power of holiness will destroy the wickedness. Satan will dissolve like salt in water when he sees Jesus. And I challenge any Abdul to say Christian Prince is lying to you. All those things he said are not exist. And then next time we go live, he stood for me. He says, you are a liar. Show me where you said, where it says that in our books. And trust me, I will make you shish kebab. The same as I do to your prophet each time I go live. And this is why you Muslims hide from me. I'm not the one who is hiding from you. I challenge you. I do not know who will call me. And you avoid me for a very simple reason. Because you know, you are no match. You are no match to my Lord, not to me. I'm no one. If the Lord is with me, who could be against me, the Bible said. And again, I say at the end, peace for those who love peace, and no peace for the wicked, the Lord said. So you Muslim will never have peace, because you are living wickedness. The second you live in wickedness, peace is gone. Because God anger will be on you. Peace is a gift from God. It's not something you find by yourself. The second you are disconnected, you are confused, you are angry, you are unhappy, you hate everybody, and this is what Islam is about. The second you are connected to the Messiah, you are loving, you are giving, you are wonderful. For Emmanuel is with us. God is with us. Thank you all for being here. May the Lord bless you. And Ante, we'll see you soon again. God is good. So is Jesus. And we are the crusade. See ya. Bye-bye. We shut up TikTok. He play music for me. See ya, guys. Bye-bye.